Right, so quick plant profile, Alocasia Polly. This is one of my favorite plants right now in my collection. I've had this for about 5 months now. It had one good leaf on it and the rest hadn't come out yet. Now, they all seem to be popping in and out of growth. I've got some curling going on still from the plants just unfurling and coming out of winter dormancy. When I got this plant, of course, we were on the really dark cycle of dark at 4 p.m. and light at like 9. So this thing wasn't getting a lot of light, but that's not too bad for a poly of this variety, because they don't necessarily like super bright light. They like humidity and they like shade. So for me, having the LED house lights on in here, and I have them on the daylight settings, so I think it got like just enough. You can see this is the brightest amount of light that it gets during the day. It does not get touched by any direct sun that will scorch the leaves on this variety. You see, it's got really beautiful veins. Really nice color. That deep purple underneath is just stunning when you catch it from an angle. But this plant, it's got a pretty storied history. I think that a lot of people classify this as the Amazonica, but the Polly and the Amazonica, as far as I've read, were switched over time in regards to like the plant themselves. The Amazonica gets much bigger, I've heard, and the Polly is a smaller, more compact and easier plant. What do I do with this thing for water? I water it probably once a week with fish emulsion, just any water that comes from my tanks. As far as humidity goes, how do I keep the humidity? Well, for me, it's above a nursery tank for my betas, and it's also got some plants propagating in there, so there's no lid, and the evaporation just naturally comes up and hits the leaves and keeps the humidity good in this room. Plus, I've got another aquarium over here. That's the female beta that goes into here. Don't worry, I don't keep my betas in those things, just during the breeding season. So this plant is fantastic. I think it looks awesome. My mom gave me this little yellow potter, and it tends to make this plant pop more. I think that if I had it in a nursery pot or something, you wouldn't really catch the greenish tinge and the white that are in the veins of the leaves and that extreme purple when you see it from coming across the room and all that. I'm really happy with this. We got some babies started down low. Not really sure how to propagate these guys yet, so I've got a lot of learning to do. This is my first time with this variety, but anyhow, I'm really enjoying it. So it's Amazonica Polly. I just said that completely wrong. Listen, Alocasia Polly is this plant right here. If I said it incorrectly throughout the video, it's because I've got Amazonica on the brain, because I was reading about this plant last night, and I did a lot of reading on the Amazonica variety. Alocasia Polly. It's a great little house plant. I implore you guys to pick one up. I think I got this one when I originally purchased it from my nursery. Oh, it was probably like $6, I think. They had a sale because they had purchased another greenhouse at the time, and they had a lot of overstock. So I got a really good deal on it. I'm not sure what they genuinely retail for. I'd do a little bit of shopping around and get the best price possible. And what you're looking for when you're buying this plant would probably be like a strong leaf with good stem. It's all about potential with these plants, right? As is any house plant. You want something that looks good from the start, that maybe not have any flowers, of course. Like, I like to buy plants when they have buds, but not flowers, because I like to watch that process myself. The Polly, I've heard it can flower a couple times a year. I've not experienced it yet because I've not had this plant long enough. I'm looking forward to seeing if it does. That'd be really cool. If anybody's had luck with that and knows any tips or tricks to get it to flower, let me know. But again, I'm quite happy with it as just a foliage plant. So there it is. Alocasia Polly, one of my favorites in my collection. Take care, guys, and I hope everything's growing well for you.